You ever notice how the things you once craved the most are now the things you avoid? I used to dream about having a drawing tablet, or a decent PC, or just time to make things. I'd sit in class or lie awake at night, imagining the kind of art I'd make if I had the right setup. I'd picture the games I'd play, the skills I'd learn, the hours I'd spend getting better at something, anything. And now, I've got it. The gear, the tools, even a bit more freedom. Everything I said I needed. So why do I keep putting it off? It starts small. You wake up and think, okay, today I'll do it. I'll start. And now you've been staring at the screen for hours. You've scrolled through your phone, opened the same 3 apps more times than you can count. The task is still waiting. And now you're not just behind, you're ashamed. Welcome to procrastination. It feels like laziness, but it's not. It looks like carelessness, but it isn't. The truth is, procrastination is not a problem with time. It's a problem with emotion. Understanding what procrastination really is. Most people think procrastination is just poor time management, as if we just need a better to-do list or a louder alarm. But that's not the real issue. Here's the thing. Procrastination is an emotional coping mechanism, not a time management flaw. You procrastinate because a part of you is trying to avoid something. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, even fear of success. Let's say you have an important project. You know it matters. You want to do well. But when you sit down to start, you freeze. Because somewhere inside, your brain whispers, what if I mess it up? What if it's not perfect? And so you delay. Not because you're lazy, but because you're protecting yourself from emotional discomfort. Procrastination isn't the disease. It's a symptom. The emotional roots of procrastination. Procrastination often starts with how we were raised. Many of us learned, early on, that our worth was tied to achievement. Maybe you were only praised when you got perfect grades. So now, every task feels like a test, a pass or fail exam that decides whether you're enough. No wonder you avoid starting. Others procrastinate because of feeling overwhelmed. They look at everything they have to do, and it feels impossible. The brain panics, goes into fight or flight, and chooses the easiest escape. TikTok, Netflix, sleep, anything that numbs the pressure. But once the distraction ends, the guilt kicks in, and it feels heavier than before. And so, the cycle begins again. Perfectionism. Procrastination in disguise. Perfectionism and procrastination are siblings. One says, it has to be perfect. The other says, if it can't be perfect, don't even try. And so, you wait for the perfect mood, the perfect day, the perfect version of yourself. Spoiler, they never arrive. Perfectionism convinces you that your work is never good enough. So you wait and wait, and life passes by while you're still drafting version 0. The real cost of procrastination. Procrastination doesn't just waste time. It chips away at self-trust. Every time you break a promise to yourself, I'll start tomorrow. I'll only scroll for 5 minutes. I'll definitely finish this tonight. You lose a little confidence in your own word. Eventually, you stop believing yourself altogether. And that's where the spiral deepens. Because now, you're not just avoiding tasks, you're avoiding you. You wonder, why can't I just do it? Why do I always ruin things for myself? What's wrong with me? The answer is nothing. You're not broken. You've just built habits based on fear and survival. And now, it's time to unlearn them. Breaking the cycle. Practical, emotional shifts. So, how do you change? Let's start with something simple. 1. Forgive yourself. Beating yourself up for procrastinating only makes it worse. Research shows that self-compassion, not guilt, is what helps people take action. You are not lazy. You're not weak. You're just human. Start from there. 2. Focus on starting, not finishing. Don't worry about writing the whole essay. Just write one sentence. Just open the document. Just sit down. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. Once you start, even a little, momentum builds. 3. Break tasks into stupid small steps. If a task feels too big, your brain will resist it. So make it absurdly small. Not read the whole chapter. Just open the book and read one paragraph. That's it. Your job is not to conquer mountains, it's to take one small step. 4. Use the 10-minute rule. Tell yourself, I'll just do this for 10 minutes. Often, once you start, you'll keep going. And if you stop after 10, that's still a win. You showed up. You're rebuilding trust. 5. Talk back to the perfectionist voice. When it says, this isn't good enough, you say, done is better than perfect. When it says, you're going to fail, you say, even failure is progress. 6. Ask, what am I avoiding? Procrastination often has less to do with laziness and more to do with fear. When you delay something, ask yourself gently, what am I afraid of right now? Is it failure? Judgment? The discomfort of facing something I don't fully understand? Sometimes the fear is subtle. You don't start the project because deep down, you're scared it won't turn out like you imagined, or because doing it means facing parts of yourself you'd rather ignore. But here's something important. You don't have to feel 100% fearless to take action. You just have to be honest about what you're feeling and take one small step anyway. Avoiding the fear makes it grow. Facing it, even imperfectly, makes it shrink. 7. Let it be ugly. You're not stuck because you can't do it. You're stuck because you think it has to be good. But perfection kills creativity. You want your first draft to be polished, your first workout to be impressive, your first video to go viral. But nothing great starts perfect. Let yourself make something ugly. Let it be awkward, messy, half-finished. That's how everything begins. The first version doesn't need to be right. It just needs to exist. The moment you drop the pressure to be perfect, you'll move. Not faster, but freer. Progress isn't pretty. It's honest. And that's what matters most. The deeper shift, redefining self-worth. At the root of procrastination lies a question. Am I enough? We link our productivity to our worth. And when we fall short, we feel like we are failures. But your worth is not tied to your output. You're not a machine. You're not a to-do list. You're a person, and you're allowed to struggle. You're allowed to grow slowly. What matters is not that you never procrastinate, but that you keep returning to yourself with kindness.
If this video helped you in even the slightest way, consider subscribing by clicking here. And let me know in the comments below if you've felt similar and how you deal with that emptiness. Bye.